This is Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back to Dolynny TV for another Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. I'm Tyson. Let's get this underway. If you're new to the channel and you like the Toronto Blue Jays, make sure to hit the DTV crew by hitting that subscribe button. Join us and let's make a run out of this, shall we? The first franchise mode went 30 episodes. We went 3 seasons, made it to Game 7 of the ALCS, and then struggled to make the playoffs the other 2. But hey, we did all right, and I hope you guys very much so enjoyed those ones. You guys crushed the like goals 10 out of 10, and it was absolutely beautiful. So today, starting with the OSFM 1.5 rosters, and what I want you to do, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button. We're trying to hit 25 clean likes on this video, so make sure you do it. Episode 1, let's get it started. We'll load saved rosters. Like I mentioned, OSFM rosters. Why OSFM? What's so special? Well, you got guys like Guerrero Jr. before they're actually in the game, Bo Bichette, Rowdy Tellez, TJ Zuck, guys like that. Let's go. So OSFM 1.5 is what we will be using to get this franchise mode with the Toronto Blue Jays underway. And you see here the Toronto Blue Jays 8th in rank overall in the MLB, so we're highly ranked. We just need to start highly ranked and have a good spring, have a good early summer, and then get up to the All-Star break in a playoff position. 17th in contact, 6th in power, 8th in pitching, 18th in defense, and 29th in speed. Our team budget is 120.50. Let's get right into it. You see, this is all going to be perfectly fine, and we will turn on the general manager tasks to manual, and let's get this franchise mode right here, right now, underway. Spring training. Why spring training? Well, we need to get the roster competition going. That's all I gotta say. We gotta get the roster challenge going in terms of the bullpen, who's going to be our bench players, and all that. Of course, you got Teoscar Hernandez, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., those guys who gotta figure out if we're going to be using them or not. Right now, the lineups look as such. You get Kevin Pillar, Devin Travis, Justin Spoke, Josh Donaldson. Got my guys reversed. Yangervis Solarte, Randall Grichuk, Curtis Granderson, Aledmys Diaz, and Russell Martin. On the bench, Kendrys Morales, Luke Mailey, Steve Pearce, Gift, and Gopi. Oof, brutal. Need to breathe. Gift and Gopi. All right, so now that I got that right, let's go to the pitching rotation. Marcus Stroman, Aaron Sanchez, J.A. Happ, Marco Estrada, and Jaime Garcia. All right, that's the rotation. Looks the same as the last franchise mode we did because nothing's changed with the Blue Jays since then. Danny Barnes, Ryan Tepera, Tyler Clippard, John Axford, Sungwon Oh, Aaron Loup, and Roberto Osuna in the bullpen. Truly rated 91 overall, Roberto Osuna this year. Absolutely beautiful. So that means we're missing a couple of guys, and we will go ahead and get them up here. Guys like Joe Biagini, who we won't move to Class A. Instead, we'll add him to the 40-man roster and move him to the MLB. Carlos Ramirez will as well be added to the 40-man roster and move to the MLB to compete in the bullpen. And then you've got in the catching position, what we need to do is adjust Luke Mailey. Why adjust Luke Mailey? He has had a much better start than his attributes will show. We'll get him up to a 77 potential. Contact versus right will move him to a 39, and contact versus left 39, just even it out. Power doesn't need to change because he hasn't been hitting home runs. He's had some extra bases, a lot of clutch hits though, and we'll make sure to make up for that. Plate vision up to a 52, plate discipline up to a 41, and how about batting clutch up to a 55 right here. We'll go actually 56, cool, whatever. Good to go. Catching position, Luke Mailey, 65 overall. That's huge for Luke Mailey, who probably is best rating in years, to be honest with you. Kendrys Morales still there. Rowdy Tellez, like I mentioned, right there in AAA. Well, we'll move him to AAA, and we'll move this guy, Emilio Guerrero, down to AA because he doesn't need to be as high up as he is. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., another guy who will add to the 40-man roster and move to the MLB to compete with us in spring training. Gift and Gope, we will move him down to AAA. That's a no-brainer, actually. Yangervis Solarte, Vlad Guerrero Jr., we will add him to the 40-man roster, but not call him up. I don't want to mess with his morale. Same thing with Bo Bichette at this point. And then you've got Steve Pearce. Dwight Smith Jr. will add him to the 40-man roster. And how about Teoscar Hernandez sitting down there in AAA? We'll add him to the 40-man roster, and he will indeed get a call up to the MLB, come be part of this team. Harold Ramirez, none of these guys need calls up. And starting pitching, we don't need to worry about that either. Roster-wise, well, Troy Tulowitzki down there in AAA. If you know what, we'll sit him down there in AAA or Single A for now, see what he does. And there's a couple of guys that we do need to call up, like Sean Reed Foley, Ryan Borowski, and you see no one else really special. Tim Meza is down there in Single A. So the lineup, well, we've got two new bench players in Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Teoscar Hernandez. We'll see what they can do in spring training. In terms of bullpen-wise, we've got Joe Biagini and Carlos Ramirez. Joe Biagini up to a 75 already. He's just happy not to be depth anymore. And that means we will go all the way through to right here, mid-section of spring training, where we are actually 13-4 on the spring. All right, halfway through. Who's impressing, who's not, who needs time in the lineup, that kind of thing. Kevin Pillar, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, 2 and 6 for Devin Travis in the 300, 415 for Josh Donaldson, 3-6 for Justin Smoke. Yanger Solarte doing all right, Randall Grichuk doing all right, so is Curtis Granderson. Lemus Diaz really scuffling. And how about Russell Martin, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. So you know what, we're going to move Lourdes Gurriel Jr. into that shortstop position and see what Gurriel Jr. can do for us the rest of the way home. Kendrys Morales will move him out and give Gurriel Jr. the time at shortstop, except for against no DH lefties. And you know what, honestly, Teoscar's struggling, but 217 for Teoscar's right about bang on last franchise mode. 1 RBI, 263 batting average for Luke Maile, so he's looking sharp. And now we will get through. I don't want to spoil the bullpen too much. We'll see what happens. Spring training 19-9. We finish up the spring. That is huge. Kevin Pillar goes cold, 414. Devin Travis, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. 7 homers, 21 RBIs for Jodo. What a monster spring training for him. Justin Smoke got it going in 6 homers, 16 RBIs. Yeah, Harvis, hey, those are good numbers for him. 4 homers, 12 RBIs for Ronald Grichuk. 7 homers, 20 RBIs for Curtis Granderson in the 304. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., how about those numbers? Up from a 66 to a 71, and he is batting 286. Would absolutely love to keep him at shortstop to start out the season and use a Lemus Diaz in times of need. 4 homers, 8 RBIs, 316 for Russell Martin. 333 for Kendrys Morales, 172 for Luke Maile, and pardon me as the Jets come roaring over here in Cold Lake today. Steve Pearce, 240 batting average, and then Teoscar Hernandez, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Man, are they blitzing? Not as fast as I've heard before, but they are blitzing. And a 308 batting average for Teoscar Hernandez. Let's go. That's a huge batting average for Teoscar. So I don't know, it's going to be a tough decision between keeping Steve Pearce on the bench and Teoscar Hernandez. I mean, we could just send down a reliever and go with 7 relievers, or I don't know what the decision is here. Lemus Diaz could go down to the minors, but it's up to you guys. Do we want to keep it as true to form with the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode as it is in real life, or what do we want to do here? It's up to you, really. So let me know in the comments section down below. And without further ado, let's take a look at that pitching rotation, shall we? Marcus Stroman good. Jay Happ struggled. So did Marco Estrada. And Jaime Garcia struggling as well. Danny Barnes, absolutely sharp. So same with Joe Biagini, 201. Ryan Parrish sharp. Carlos Ramirez struggled. Tyler Clippard struggled, but not as much as Ramirez. John Axford, absolutely beautiful, .74. Sungwon Oh, so it is going to be Ramirez getting the boot and Tyler Clippard getting the boot to the minors to start the season. You see Tyler Clippard. We could trade Clippard if you guys want. Let me know in the comments about that as well. And Roberto Osuna, 11 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, 1.54 ERA. Decisions. Obviously, one of these guys has to go down to the minors. Steve Pearce is a very useful bat. Might want to keep him up here. Don't want to send down Teoscar, but if we have to, and the Lemus Diaz, might have to be the guy. I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be a tough call, guys. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you for tuning in. Join the DTV crew. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. The like goal is 25 likes, so don't forget to do that. I'm Tyson. Like I mentioned, this is Dolynny TV. I will catch you guys, as always, in the next one. Hit me up in the comments, your thoughts. I am out of here.